Hello everyone. So today I am going to put this layer on the inside cover of my LapBook. It needs to have it down. A lot of this is going to get covered up, but it needs to be down first. And I have to tell you, I am in love with how it came out. I'm real pleased. So let's get busy and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so I had the blank cover, and what I wanted to do was to make sort of a book page kind of quilt kind of thing. I chose different book pages with different amounts of yellowing and aging. I usually tear my pages up in random pieces, but this time I wanted them to be all upright, all rectangular, kind of like you might find in an old newspaper. And I'm really pleased with how it came out. There you see I have a page of music paper. It was just a little bit different. I had tried to pick book pages with different types and different, like I said, age. I did decide I wanted to take all of the margins off. For some reason, I thought that the margins would be distracting in the piece. Plus, if you look at a newspaper, newspapers don't have margins really down between the columns, and that's kind of the look I was going for. So I just pre-tore up a whole bunch of pages. I kind of tore them in half and I tore them in pieces. The book pages were different sizes and different colors, so we're going to just kind of make a puzzle with the book pages. They were also a little bit different in weight. One of those books is very, very brittle. If it wasn't Mod Podge down, I couldn't use it for anything. If you fold it, it just sort of tears. So this particular project where I was Mod Podging it to a nice sturdy book cover was perfect for it. And that's what I'm doing. I use a mixture of Mod Podge and glue, and it's about half and half with a little bit of water added to it. And I just went for it as far as if I ended up with a little spot that didn't seem like it was covered up, I tore myself a little piece. Now, this is similar to, say, Frankenpaper, maybe, but it's pretty close to being just a quilt kind of thing. You do, when you get to those creases or gutters, whatever you want to call them, where your spines are, you need to make sure that you get those book pages down into that spot, into that crevice. I did choose to use the book pages that were less brittle, where I had the spine and where I had to get pushed into those gutters. That book that I just said was so brittle, it just wouldn't have held up very well. So I used the 3 book pages that were less brittle for the spine areas. And this is kind of messy. I'm not going to kid you. Mod Podging, especially that big of a project, I had sticky fingers and very definitely Mod Podge fingers by the time the project was ready. I was just trying to fit a piece without tearing another piece. In other words, I was being lazy. And you can see how the different age on the different pages kind of just makes the pages look different, even though they're the same. All the text is right side up. That's something I don't normally do. I don't normally worry about, but I really liked how it came out this time. Now, my book is a little different than Lisa's in that I have two books on an added big spine. I did not want the third book in there. I was happy with the two. And so there's that little bit of difference. Now we're working at the midpoint, so that's the middle spine piece. This project has run through quite a bit of Mod Podge, I will tell you that. And I'm just pushing it down into that gutter. It seemed to work real well. Now, if you don't have a place to lay that out, you could have worked on it half and then gone back and done the other half. I cover my floor with, or I put pieces of freezer paper down on the floor so that I can lay things out on it. I'm sorry that this particular video took so long to get up. I'm going to try to get it posted here this afternoon so that when I do the next segment with Lisa tonight, that this will be up and ready. Last week was just busy. I honestly wish I had covered some file folders with this same patterning ahead of time. I have a feeling I'm going to be sorry that I don't have the cardstock or papers ready to go. It will come to an end someday. I'm sorry that it takes so long, but I didn't want to make it so fast it made you dizzy. This book cover has gone through a lot of Mod Podge. As you can see, I'm about to finish up the last half of the last quarter, I should say, of the book with this particular cover. It did take quite a while to dry because I had gotten quite a lot of Mod Podge on there. One of the things you do not want to do when you Mod Podge layers of things is rush the drying process. Uh, Getting it dry really makes a difference before you go on to the next thing. But I want to go ahead and read you a quote from my 1001 Ways to Creativity book while I'm finishing up the last little bits of this. I just realized I must have forgotten to change the page. There we go. When I work very fast, but preparing to work can take any length of time. Cy Twombly. When I work very fast, but preparing to work can take any length of time. Well, that may be true. I don't work real fast. This obviously is a very sped up video. And I'm about to finish the edges. Now, I had already wrapped the edges with the paper from the front of the cover, so I didn't have to go all the way out to the edge, but I did go close to the edge. Hey guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're playing along with the LapBooks. It's fun, and I can't wait to do the next step. Go have fun. Make some art. Bye-bye.